What up, guys? It's Corey on Carnivore here, doing my usual rituals. Got my organic mushroom coffee with some heavy whipping cream and some Kerrygold unsalted butter, baby. And of course, the one and only Dark Psychology book that I've been reading. So it's not about. It's about. Today is Thirsty Thursdays. How thirsty are you to get what you want? If you can repeatedly tell yourself that make excuses that you can't do a such thing like carnivore, or it's not going to work out, and it's not for everybody, don't get me wrong, but if you've already convinced yourself with that negative pessimistic mindset that you can't do it, then you've already convinced yourself that you can't do it, and there's probably nothing else and nobody else that's going to be able to convince you otherwise. So I just figured I'd put that message out there. I mean, people around me constantly would say stuff like that, and they'll try to project onto you, well, if I can't do it, then that means you can't do it, or how could you do it if I can't? You guys get the gist of it. I hear that shit all the time, and it's sad, really, how negative and pessimistic people are, how cynical they are. I talk about black pill in the political sense in the Patriot community all the time on my Rumble channel, Red Pill Patriot 82 channel, and it kind of, I give too much energy to it, and it's kind of like they're winning in a sense, because, but I'm changing that. I'm not perfect, and being on a carnivore diet is a part of it all, like changing it all, the mindset, so. If people talk that shit, and want to try to project their insecurities onto you, be like, hey, today is Thirsty Thursdays. I'm going to get what the fuck I want. And if that doesn't inspire you to get that, well, keep that negative energy, that pessimistic, cynical crap to yourself. And they're going to get pissed off. They're going to try to play games with you, They're going to be like, oh, you're selfish. You think you're better. You're a narcissist. You're arrogant, You're delusional. All these fucking games. Don't let them try to guilt trip you with that. So if you're thirsty, get it. Realistic, and you got to be realistic and optimistic. I would always say that to people like in my family, and like, no, you don't, you can't do that, this and that. They'll say stupid shit, naive, come off cynical, pessimistic, and like, oh, it's realistic, it's reality. No, it's not. It's the programming, the television, and the pop culture, get the word cult, and the so-called education system, the indoctrination system that program people to do that. And when you speak the truth, you're going to trigger these fucking people. They're going to think you think you're better than us. They're going to try to do like dark psychology, gaslight you, and do little things like as you move up the ladder in your journey and shit. Try to play games and shit with you. Like, fuck them. Pull a them on them. Flip the script. It's just how it goes. A lot of that I'm right. Even the haters, even the people that you trigger, or that I'm probably triggering right now, and get pissed off in this shit, watching this video and not commenting. I'm triggering them right now, and that's their problem. It shows where their mindset is at. So if they've already convinced themselves that they can't change and step outside the status quo of the matrix, and they're gonna try to talk shit to you, or or whatever, they've already convinced themselves. So I just figured I'd put that out there. Call this one Thirsty Thursdays. How thirsty are you to get what you want? People and all the haters in the fucking, you guys could just put your comments in the comments section here, talk shit. I don't give a fuck. You're just a bunch of losers. You're proving my point, You're a bunch of losers. And again, I don't want to get away from the point of attacking constantly, this and that. I mean, get away from my point. That you guys get it. It is what it is. So I just figured I'd put that out there. So if you're thirsty and you have that mindset, you could do anything. Anything's possible. Anybody could do this. I don't think I'm special, because believe me, if I did, I wouldn't be encouraging people. I wouldn't be doing these videos. I don't do this for fucking popularity, for fame, for clout, like a lot of these patriots, or the patriots. You get it? The fake influencers like Trump has been putting out there. Fake MAGA, the black pill shills. I just had to throw that out there again, guys. I'm not trying to get political. You know, excuse me. This is about being thirsty. Thirsty Thursdays. If you want it, get it. You know, don't make excuses for yourself. That's it. This is Corey on Carnivore here. I'm out. Peace. Have a good day. Peace.